Hey YouTube, Dan Otto here, coming up with my second team for Evolution Cup, and I went to the basics, and a lot of you have mentioned, like, I used Golbat and Vigoroth and Dominate, I used, and same thing, and so did I, and I did well. They're just such a strong combo, right? Because you have, like, Vigoroth, which could do almost great against everything, except the main problem it's going to have against is fighting, so a wing attack flyer is a great answer to that, and both can, like, keep in with a lot of the meta. I was looking for a third Pokemon, and I didn't have, like I said in my other video, I didn't have a lot built up. So I was going through the top 10 rank, and there's this Charjabug, and I was like, what is this thing? So I looked it up. I looked up the moves, and I'm like, you know what? It beats Golbat, and it beats a few others like Celio, and it has like a decent amount of play even in like neutral matchups. So I built it up, and I was actually like pleasantly surprised how strong it was. So let's take a look at these battles. So Dusclops lead here, and why I like this is because it doesn't seem to have like a ton of super strong weaknesses, so you can kind of just like almost stay in anything on the lead, and then you can decide whether you want to try and fight for switch or let it go. And then because you also have like the Vigoroth, which can do the like save swap against almost anything, right? So get this move off here. I think I may go down because I landed a return. It is sparkly. I'm not sparkly. It is kind of shimmering there, but I did not really think about the return. So I'm going to come in Golbat here, and they come in Wireless, and here we go. This is why you have these two paired together, because these two can take out almost anything in this meta together, quite honestly. So they let that go. At this point, I'm definitely shielding. Like, the damage, what I've noticed in this meta is that, like, man, everything hurts. Like, all these Pokemon are so glassy, even in like, because they're all Great League Pokemon, right? So I could it be a return? No, I think it's just a nice punch. So I let it go, survive it. Now I have a move coming out, and it's their own Vigoroth, so I'm gonna double spam here and then get out of this into, I may go into Golbat right away, yeah, because I'm going to lower their defense immediately, because then they're going to be in trouble once I start lowering their defense. So goodbye one. Here comes the second one. I'm going to shield because, again, Body Slam will hurt here. So I'll throw the second one, and then it's going to be, I think they're going to have to throw in, I think I banked a move on my own. Yeah, the Vigoroth are everywhere. This meta is, so one Body Slam doesn't take me out, and the counters aren't going to take me out, so they need to throw a second one, or else I'm going to take them out. This meta is kind of small, but it's not as bad as Master League Premier Classic. Because Master League Premier Classic, there was just like 4 Pokemon that dominated. And although the meta, what I found is about, I'm going to bait here because it's a Haunter, so there's no reason that they're not going to shield here, because anything like takes out a Haunter. So that's an easy bait for me. I'll shield back, and then I'll throw the Discharge here. At least in this, like, I've got these, so 6 Pokemon that I've used so far. I've got a new unique team coming that I did really well with tomorrow. That got me up to 28-10. And then I'm using a modified version for Wednesday right now. And the teams are just like unique, and there's enough variation in this meta that you can put a bunch of these different teams together, right? It's not just Waterfall, Gyarados, Excadrill, some other Pokemon, right? It's, you can use 9 to 12 Pokemon for this meta. And that's what I like about it. Like, again, you probably will see the same 12 to 15. There's only been a couple like really unique ones that I've seen. I've seen, what was the one I saw? I don't even remember what it was called. But for the most part, you're seeing Zweilous and Vigoroths and Golbats and stuff like that, right? Machokes once in a while here. But yeah, there was a couple spicy picks that I saw. What's the I forget the second tier, the second evolution of Solomon's there, the dragon. I forget what it's called. The little like puffball. I ran into that, and then I ran into, I think it was a fair. I don't even know what Pokemon it was. Maybe it'll come up next week. It was just like a fairy Pokemon. I didn't even know there was like a true fairy in this meta. So, and then I ran into a couple Chanseys. Okay, let's rant about Chansey. I did beat Chansey once, and I've lost the other 2 matchups. Just level 51 Chanseys that can, especially in this meta, right? And this is why I have a problem. It's fine, and it's not used in open because there's other level 50 Pokemon that you can deal with it. The problem with this meta is because it is so narrow with Pokemon, and a lot of these Pokemon, because they're second tier, you don't have that, and they can evolve one more time, right? So they'll never have that full bulk that you're going to see, right? There's only a couple like Nidorina that can get to level 50. But to have the Chansey that can get to level 51 if you best buddy it, and it's just so tanky, and I was like, what Pokemon did I have on it today that I lost? And I was just furious. Was it the Charjabug? I think it may be the Charjabug, where I just had it on it, and I just like, the discharges did nothing. And the Zen Headbutts and Psychics do add up. Like, it's not hard hitting, but it does add up. Oh, you know what it was? It was the Magneton. I had a Shadow Magneton, which for those of you who don't know, hits like a truck. You're going to see tomorrow in tomorrow's video. Shadow Magneton was by far my greatest sweeper I've ever used in this meta so far. It swept everything with a shield. It's kind of like my Metagross that I mentioned the other time. It's just like with a shield, it's going to dominate. And then it ran up against a Chansey. Even though I'm throwing Shadow, Shadow Magneton, attack heavy, Magnet Bombs, it did like nothing. And even though I'm resisting all the psychic moves, I still got taken out before I even did any damage there. So it's really frustrating. I think it's an oversight, quite honestly. I think they should have banned it from this meta, and maybe they didn't because like there's Vigoroth where you can just like counter it. But I don't know. It was very annoying to go against. Anyways, this team is great, except for this matchup when I know exactly what's coming. I'm getting outpaced here, and I'm like, they're gonna bait here. And they must watch this channel because they do not bait, and they one-shot me. Goodbye, and then this game is now over. So, good. Just going for the nuke there. I approve of kicking my butt because I did not shield that, and this game is over. But overall, I went... what did I go with this team? 8-2 with this team, I think. Something like that. And then I switched it for content. But yeah, it's a strong team. Honestly, you don't even need to build up a Charjabug. I assume it's Charjabug because it's a charging little bug. You don't even need to build this Pokemon up for this team. You can use almost any third Pokemon here, right? There's not a ton of ice, so you can use a dragon. Hakamo comes in. It's nice. I've seen a few of them, not a ton. And then yeah, that's about it. Just letting these battles play out. I think this may be the last battle here. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be the last battle here. Shao Golbat just puts in a lot of work as long as you don't get like, again, there's not, I saw one Magneton is my only, I've only seen one other Magneton besides the one I've used. I saw one Metang, so there's not a ton of steel that you need to worry about with this one. There's just the ice that you need to worry about, and all those Pokemon that have secondary ice moves, like your Haunters and your, what's the other one there? Haunter and your Dusclops. So I shield and throw the move before, like a smart boy. Throw the move. I remember. Yeah, I know. I'm watching this back. I remember not doing that. The good news is I do have 2 body slams coming out here. and I was so upset that I didn't even charge it, and then I realized, oh, I do have 2 moves here. So I get the second one off here. Before they take me out, counter down before the Dragon Tail. So despite being a dumb, I still managed to take that win. So that is the team. Yeah, solid combo. I don't know. I've already dropped 600,000 dust in this. What is the next one that we have to worry about? I assume they're going to go back to a Great League because it's been Master League Open 2 weeks in a row. Okay, Great League, Ultra League, Master League. Right. So actually we have, what are they doing with the schedule? Okay, so it's Great League, Open, Ultra League, Master League, all of them. And then you have a Great League and Halloween Cup. And then you got another week of Great League with an Ultra League Halloween Cup. So interesting. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.